Lily had often wished to go to the zoo to feed the animals. It was even more beautiful than she had imagined. Lily knew that you could use starch to stiffen up laundry. It wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. Well, who said it? Now Lily had a stiff towel with holes.
Yikes! What are you doing here? Are you actually dead? Too bad. I could use a little entertainment, but the doctor told me not to talk to other people. At least not living ones. Sorry. But I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh dear, Lily really had managed to ruin the sheet. But perhaps a sheet with 2 eye holes could be good for something.
Welcome to Spermie's Pizza Slices. My name is Pokey. Can I take your order? One on the asylum, is that right? I assume that we just shove it under the gate as usual. What toppings? Hello? Hello? Can I take your order? One with nothing coming up. Consider it done. It'll be about 30 to 45 minutes. Have a nice day.
Yikes! A ghost! How sweet. Finally someone to talk to. You have to help me. Dr. Marcel is wrongfully keeping me here in the asylum. Isn't there anything that you and your ghost buddies can do about it? Curse him? Deprive him of his sleep? Drag him into the 7th circle of hell and torture him for all eternity with red-hot needles? Oh, come on. I've done so much for you. I've performed obscure rituals, sacrificed chickens, danced naked. Although when I think about it, I'm not sure if it was really a ghost that asked me to do that. Ugh. I don't feel so well. Could you please take off your head while we're talking? Oh man, you're not very talkative. Can't you help me at all? Great! Look at this! The doctor is forcing me to knit these stuffed rabbits. No idea what he needs them for, but I'm not very good at it. Maybe you could lend me a hand. Wait! I'll push some of the fabric through the hatch.
What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the red urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the green urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the yellow urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the blue urinal as much as you like.
One spermy margarita pizza, please. Yellow bananas. Red tomatoes. Blue blueberries. Green broccoli. How about that? Red bananas. How about that? Green tomatoes. How about that? Yellow blueberries. How about that? Blue broccoli. Yellow bananas. Red tomatoes. Green broccoli. Blue blueberries. Yellow blueberries. Green tomatoes. Red bananas. Blue broccoli. Red bananas. Green tomatoes. Blue broccoli. Yellow blueberries.
Ah, the pizza. Well then. Superb, superb.
Great! I wish I were as good on the phone as you.
Druggle Jug.
And Peter is satisfied too.
Satisfied? How could I be satisfied in such a world, in which the only moments worth living for are those when the pizza arrives with the right toppings?
That means yes.
We owe you one.
Peter almost starved to death.
It's not that bad. I've already lost all hope of dying honorably anyway.
Druggle Jug.
Well said. Now that the food is taken care of, let us begin the game.
Don't you want to play too, sweetie? You'll see. It'll be incredibly fun.
If you take pleasure in such excessive self-degradation.
That and a dice cup.
Druggle Jug.
Uh-huh.
So be it. Then follow us into the world of Hoth Motigor. Your group has set up camp near the infamous Goblin Gorge.
Lily found herself in a clearing. The campfire was crackling, and the wind whipped through her clothes.
You can hear the war drums of the goblins in the distance. This is your last rest before the great battle.
Lily did in fact hear drums. An enormous army seemed to be waiting for them in the nearby mountains.
Wait, are you telling the story or am I?
What?
It's just that I see that you don't have the Dungeon Master screen in front of you. And I'm pretty sure that the Dungeon Master is recognized by his Dungeon Master screen.
That's ridiculous. I'm the narrator. I don't need a...
Well, then why don't you be the Dungeon Master then? I'm curious how you'll do without any battle value tables or source books.
What? But that's...
That's what I thought. And now, move over.
Ow! Hey! You can't just...
Where was I? Oh, yes. You're here on the orders of the king, to drive the goblins from the gorge. There are rumors that the goblins have dammed up the Pink River. This has turned Hothmotagor's most important memorial into a reservoir, the Valley of Unpleasant Memories. Also sitting at the fire is a mysterious local guide. You're tired from the journey, but sleep is far from your mind. Goblin scouts could be lurking anywhere. The black magician Petrula, the noble Sir Drogalot, and the amusing juggler Snippo
I want a different role.
Shush!
are gathering their strength for the battle. Only the Amazonian barbarian warrioress Lilligrim,
Huh? That's you!
only the Amazonian barbarian warrior Lilligrim is restless. It's your move, Lilligrim. What will you do?
Hello, Lilligrim. Would you like to be amused by my funny pranks? Then watch me. Anne, are you amused? I didn't think I'd ever say such a thing, but I'd wish we'd go into battle instead of just hanging around here. I'd much prefer a quick, bloody death to this endless humiliation. I'm not afraid of the goblins, if that's what you mean. I'm not worried about being cut into little pieces by mighty goblin swords. And I'm not bothered by the rumors that they wrap the intestines of their victims around thorny spears. For I am Snippo, the funny prankster of the group. Those are words after my own heart. Somehow I guessed that this would be even less entertaining for me than Malefice. I knew it, but no. Right. It seems that excitement in this exciting world is not wanted. I'm not afraid of the goblin. I don't think about, for I am, I'm not afraid, Yes, it doesn't just look like it. I am actually juggling only one ball, and I know how ridiculous that must seem. My character sheet said that I, the comical Snippo, have the marvelous ability to juggle 55 balls at once. But as much as I would have liked to imagine what such a thing would look like, the mysterious traveler thought I should just juggle one ball instead, because it's much more contemplative. And as long as my shame or boredom doesn't cause me to spontaneously combust, then I'll stick to that. If you have a better suggestion, I understand. You want to see the trick with the 55 balls? I have to disappoint you. The traveler thinks it's too hectic. And apparently this game is about fulfilling the obscure wishes of randomly appearing cowl wearers. At least this game is sticking to the book. Maybe I'd feel a little less stupid if I try it with 3 balls for a while. On the other hand, I'm a clown called Snippo, and I have a penchant for ridiculous hats. It's probably part of the role that I feel like a moron. Yeah, that fits the picture. Apparently, I'm cursed with having to make a fool out of myself for all eternity. It's just like reality, only with the matching clothes. You think I should try it without any balls? Bravo. You found the only way to increase my boredom even more. On the other hand, if I juggle without a ball, I might be able to take a quick nap. No one seems to object to sleeping around here.
Don't startle me like that. Can't you see I'm watching the kettle? The goblins are keeping quiet. Maybe too quiet. What could the goblins be planning? Why did they submerge one of the kingdom's greatest memorials underwater? Something similar happened to me once. but that was an accident. But I don't really think that the Royal Loo can be considered a memorial. Please don't yawn so much around here. Don't you know how contagious that is? And I have to watch the kettle. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm brewing a diabolical magic potion, of course. Well, it's actually a calming tea. I really wanted to conjure some coffee demons, but they don't let you get any sleep. And we do need our strength for the battle. Now I have to watch the kettle before it starts to whistle. The traveler has such sensitive ears. Oh, if you're staying up anyway, do you think you could watch the kettle? Uh-huh. Oh, great. Then I can finally get some sleep. As you know, we need our strength for the battle.
Hello, Lilygrim. You're still up? You should get some rest. I'll keep guard and make sure the fire doesn't go out. Don't look so grim. Your thirst for action is honorable, but the mysterious traveler is right. Strength lies in tranquility.
Lilygrim felt like screaming at the brave Sir Drogalot. She hadn't traveled all the way to Goblin Gorge just to sleep. But something kept her from losing her temper. Fuming, she turned away from her companion. Her eyes fell on the quiet traveler who had listened to the entire conversation. Was that a smile she saw beneath the hood?
I know what you want to say. You're here to fight. Not to sleep, right? Maybe tonight we should.
Remain calm and gather our strength. That's what you wanted to say, right?
The traveler is right. Acting in haste is never a good idea. Don't worry. I'm sure the goblins won't attack us tonight. They're guarding their reservoir dam in the gorge. But I do wonder what their plans are. Damming up the Pink River and flooding the Valley of Unpleasant Memories. Why? It's all very mysterious. Are you worried about the fire? Usually, I'd agree with you. Those few logs are certainly not enough to keep the fire burning through the night. Plus, the best things always happen to you when you go into the forest looking for firewood. You find treasure maps, fall into enchanted wells, or meet merchants with magical amulets. Maybe I should.
Relax a little and call it a day. That's what you wanted to say, right?
The traveler is right. There doesn't always have to be an adventure, and the night is pretty warm. I'll wait up to put the last log on the fire. Then I'll turn in too. Are you as tired as I am?
You see a large cauldron. Roll for perception. You discover a safety valve.
Well, well. Is that the legendary army of Hoth Mortigor? A little girl with braids? Fabulous. Oh, why so angry, little girl? You're not here to declare war, are you? It would almost make a pleasant distraction, putting your feet up and drinking tea all the time. In the long run, it's not good for my goblin army. But why should I sound the horn for battle? My scouts told me about your lazy companions. You can't possibly think you can defeat my army with those dopes? I hardly think so. As long as we're not being attacked, I'll stick to the advice of this friendly traveler. Wait and see and drink tea.
Lilligrim was boiling with rage. She was very close to throwing a tantrum, but something was holding her back. You try to plug the valve with a log that's way too big. Roll for dexterity. No. Roll for physical knowledge. Difficulty 12. Barbarian penalty -5. Lilligrim realized that didn't make any sense. Good! The ball was stuck, but the pressure in the cauldron still wasn't enough for something to happen. You try putting the logs on the fire. Roll for sneak and hide so Sadrugalot doesn't wake up. Done! The logs were in the fire.
But child, what are you doing? This noise can't possibly be good for the group harmony. Without wanting to rush you, maybe now is the time for controlled, well-considered actions. If you proceed with the required calm, I'm sure you'll be able to defuse the situation before there's a disaster. I really must insist you stop making that sound. Can't you see that you're threatening to destroy the idyllic calm?
But that's to arms! They've declared war on us! Sound the horn!
That sound. I have to keep calm. No. Enough. I can't take it anymore. This noise is driving me crazy. I'm losing control. To arms.
Finally, the fun part of the role-playing game began. The group stormed the battlefield with no restraint. They were led by Lilligrim, who furiously swung her berserker sword in circles. And as the dice rolled in the institution, so did the heads of goblins in Hoth Modagor. It seems it is a good idea to occasionally vent your rage. It was a short battle. The goblins were powerless against the fury unleashed by the group. The plans of the Goblin King were thwarted.
Lilligrim found the defeated monarch cowering beneath one of the support beams of the dam.
Lily. Poor, foolish Lily. That was a terrible mistake.
Lilligrim was still wondering what he meant when she heard an ominous crack above her. When the pink floods had subsided, our heroes were faced with an incredible sight. The Valley of Unpleasant Memories.
Will you look at that?
I have to admit, I'm really blown away.
We shouldn't be here.
Ha! You've always been quite the comedian, Snippo.
No, I mean it. This valley is cursed. I heard that. Wait a second. Lily?
What's wrong with her?
Do we get XPs now?
Lily had seen the truth. I'm sure you can imagine how she felt at that moment. You can't? Oh well. Who knows what really goes on in the mind of a little girl?
Do you feel all right, little girl? Little girl? Hello? Are you okay? I was worried, you know? Brr. Am I crazy, or did it just get colder in here?